you hear the federal government? So they're releasing, or they're looking to pass a bill where you have to be 16 years or over to be on social media. Have you heard that yet?
Yes.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
That's one part of it.
Yeah.
And the other part is that they can control what is seen.
Who? From the younger kids and whatnot?
No, everything.
I don't understand what you mean. Who's they?
The government.
Yeah.
In the sense of, I haven't dug deep into it, but from my understanding, it is that they have full control on what they will allow and not allow to be posted. Meaning if they don't want something to be advertised anywhere, they have full control and the right to refuse, or right of refusal.
Well, they're forcing, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all those platforms to now put things in place, or they want to, if it gets passed, to say that you need to put measures in place to stop 16-year-olds or anyone under 16.
How are they going to do that?
Well, it's a tick box, effectively.
What's your date of birth?
Yeah, exactly. So there's no real way of actually stopping it, in my opinion, when it comes to that. So that's the first thing. Second of all, this is going to cost a fortune. I don't even know the numbers, but I guarantee you this whole process of them trying to make these companies and organizations and everything, it's probably costing millions of dollars just to bring it up in Parliament. Okay?
Yeah.
I think they are being reactive instead of really focusing on the issue.
I'm going to bring it up so we can get the exact.
Yeah.
So,
no.
You know what it's called?
What the bill's called? No, it's just, you could probably just, what? Australian, the 16-year-olds restricted on social media. But I think this is just a stereotypical government reaction to a problem where it's, let's just go and put a Band-Aid over this, or try and put some rules or red tape and bureaucracy in the way to seem like we're trying to make a difference and help kids. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to say, we're trying to protect children from content that they shouldn't see, and also from bullying, harassment, all that sort of shit. Which, if someone said to you, would you be in favor for rules and procedures in place to protect children and stop bullying? You would say yes. But the way they're going about it, I don't think works. I think it's just, we told you, we've put a tick box here, so we're a responsible government. What I think they need to do to make this issue better is probably invest money in education and actually go and help build some, say, either self-esteem into the kids.
So I'm actually referring to a different thing.
Oh, were you?
What you are, yeah.
Yeah.
But so this one's just about kids.
Yeah, well, under 16 years old. Yeah. Saying they're banned from using social media, yeah. Or not allowed to be on the platform as a 16-year-old,
even
under 16-year-old.
Even if the parents...
Yeah, even if the parents approve it. And it's also, they're even going as far as YouTube and saying, no, you can't even watch YouTube if you're under 16 because all these things that'll come up and you'll see. I've also heard elsewhere that it's not so much them being 16, but they probably need to look at targeting the algorithm of what's being fed to them. If that can be influenced in any way, I'm not too sure by those companies.
Yeah, well, so YouTube does that. It has YouTube Kids.
Yeah.
So YouTube says, when you upload a video, when this gets uploaded on YouTube, there's a tick box that says it's for children.
Yeah.
No, we say yes. 100%. It doesn't. It picks up that we're swearing, this is age restricted material.
Yeah. But we say, we want to change their life.
Yeah.
They were start young.
We're trying to help the kids. But yeah, I actually wasn't. So do you think it's a good thing, bad thing?
I don't think it's the right thing. I'm happy to have things in place that protect children from certain things in social media, but I also feel like it's them just trying to pass the buck to Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and all those sorts of guys and say, hey guys, sort this out, you're being irresponsible. Whereas I think the money would be better spent in them educating children from a school perspective and saying, cool, well, how do you deal with harassment on social media? How do you deal with if you come across something that's controversial, that upsets you, that isn't something you should be watching? A whole range of things that come with that.
Okay, so
I reckon if you can build that understanding in the platform and how they all work and operate, or if there's a way to change the algorithm so that they're not fed adult content, if you know what I mean.
But what's the problem?
The problem?
Yeah.
Their problem, I believe, is that they're saying kids are getting fed the narrative. They're getting fed adult. When I say adult, I don't mean like violence, pornography. I don't mean anything like that. They're just getting fed adult content and they're not ready to consume that content from a maturity point of view.
Which is causing what? Yeah.
Yeah, depression and social anxiety. The figures might say, I'm guessing now, yeah? I'm just talking out loud, knowing how they would be thinking. And I just think it's I think it's a political ploy more than anything to show, oh, look at us, we care about your kids, we want votes, vote for us. But I just don't reckon it's the way to solve the problem, if that problem really does exist.
I agree. I think it's the whole zoo animals thing, right? Like,
Does that work?
if you raise zoo animals, as soon as they go into the wild, they die.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? If you raise children in a protected environment,
Yeah.
as soon as they go out and face the real world,
Yeah.
they get eaten up alive.
And then on their 16th birthday,
Yeah.
they've never been exposed to anything ever before.
Yeah,
and then
they've
it's
been
like,
protected.
that's right.
Protected the whole time.
Then
and it's like, let them learn how to deal with life.
That's the best fucking analogy in this scenario.
Yeah. So,
Because they're going to go, let's just say they're successful and they somehow ban children from or under 16-year-olds from having a social media, which they can't, which they won't do. All right. Because I promise you, if there's a 14, 15-year-old kid, are you 16 years old? Just say it. All right. And there's going to be parents that don't give a fuck either. All right. But regardless, let's just say they somehow find a way to make sure that you are 16 years and over. And then you're right. They go, cool, I'm now 16. Bang, here you go. Here's all the violence. Here's all the pornography. Here's all the shit that you weren't meant to see. Now deal with it mentally. Oh, well, you're a 16-year-old. You should be okay. 100%. I think that's a really good analogy.
are your kids on social media?
No, they're way too young. Oh, sorry. Well, I mean, they watch YouTube. Yeah.
I think,
Like YouTube Kids and stuff like that, like children's stuff on YouTube.
yeah.
But my son will watch reels and stuff like that, but around things he is interested in, gaming and some of the influencers that are out there, those kid influencers and shit like that.
Yeah, there's so much.
Mr. Beast videos. But I'm sure he would come across adult stuff too and swear. Like from time to time, I've heard swearing on YouTube video he's watching, right? So it'll say fuck or it'll say shit or whatever it is. And then, we'll look at him and then he'll sort of flick it over. I'm not really that protective around swearing with my kids. Like I've sworn in front of them, but I also made it.
Any particular words?
I'll say fuck, 100%. Yeah, I've said it to him. I've said it to myself. I say, oh, don't fuck around. Yeah. And he starts laughing. He's like, ooh, fuck. But I explain it to him though. It's like, hey, just because you hear me swearing or an adult swearing doesn't make it okay for you to swear.
Have you, so you don't let the kids swear?
No, if he swears, within context, do you know what I mean? If he said it to someone or to me or to the mum or to his mum,
Of course.
hey, fuck you, like, cool, dude. You want to play this game? You will play this game. But if he's like, I don't know, playing basketball and he misses a shot and he's like, fuck. I'm like, cool, just get back up there, do it again. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't stress too much about that.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I just, as long as it's respectful, like I would never say don't swear at someone in a disrespectful manner. But if you're swearing,
Do you reckon other parents get offended?
100%. 100%.
Isn't it funny? Like, his face made a sound and now you're upset.
It's so true.
I mean, that's what happened. His face made a sound and now you're like, I'm offended. And it's like,
think about what
noise.
They're words. They are words that you have put meaning behind.
Yeah.
Which is why it makes you feel so.
And a word said is a sound.
Yeah. Okay. If I say, all right, fuck you. Okay.
Me?
Yeah. Fuck you. Offended. All right. Offended. 100%. I said, but I go with this.
Still offended.
But does it mean anything to you?
Means I don't understand Greek.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean anything. I still say,
How you say?
I said the same thing to you, but in a different language. But because you have no meaning to what that means, it's like, oh, I'm not offended by that. Doesn't mean anything. Well, hang on. Fuck you was the same thing.
People are funny, man.
But
yeah, I heard someone share that the other day. They're like, his face made a sound. And I was like, that is so true. Like, that's what happened. His face made a sound. And now you're like, and it's like, but yeah, long story short, two things. One, I don't think the protection, the overprotection. I'm not a parent.
Yeah.
I'll preface everything I say by that. But I don't think the overprotection of kids serves the kids. I think that we look at life and we see that it's usually the people that have faced some level of adversity that tend to be successful in the real world. And I think protecting your kids from every single thing and not allowing them to build that muscle.
Joe Rogan said that too. He goes, like, in the history of his podcast, he's obviously interviewed some pretty successful and high ticket people. And he goes, one of the most fucked up things I've noticed is that a lot of the people that have achieved that super success and that super wealth have really come from difficult places as well. So a level of adversity, a level of challenge or whatever it might be. Yeah. He goes, like, those really successful guys, he goes, there's not that many that were given a silver spoon and had an easy life and then made billions of dollars and dollars after that. Yeah, I'm sure there are. And that's what he was saying. He goes, the vast majority. There are some there, because I've noticed that the people that were drugged, that were fucking once druggies, fucking had needles out of their arms and or being abused by their parents or whatever, something bad's happened to them. They were homeless for 10 years, living on the streets, and are now multi-billionaires.
Yeah,
And they hit rock bottom. That was their rock bottom. Wouldn't go any lower than that. So anything more than that was always a bonus, and it's just like they ended up hitting the stars.
Isn't that isn't that what life's all about?
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.